Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Gabe and today we'll speak about the best gym in town. But which town? In the one I live in your town? Let's find out. As you may know, I've been training in this gym for a long time. So this means that I consider this one being the best for me. Does this mean that it is also the best for you? Let me share my opinion about this subject. First of all, I want to say that if you are interested in regular fitness or conventional gyms, this video might not be interesting to you. But if you are looking for a different kind of gym, functional or weightlifting, then you could stick around for a few more minutes. Even though these kind of alternative gyms and communities around these sports are rather small comparing with other conventional sports, I hear things like, I go to that gym because that's the best one. That community is the best one on the planet. That gym is better than the other one. They have the best coaches. On the other side, I also hear, nah, that location is too far. I won't go there. Or had a bad experience with someone in the class. That gym sucks. Or they don't have regular fitness equipment. Pfft, I'm not going there. All of these might be correct for you, but these arguments might not mean anything to someone else. When I hear this question, what's the best gym? I compare it with what's the best sports car. I could say that Lamborghini is. You might say that Porsche is. Someone else could say that we are both wrong and that Ferrari is. Then we could start a discussion with real arguments and maybe we could all be right because in our minds, based on our expectations and preferences, the brand we like is the best one. You get the idea. So, when speaking about the best gym in town, we need to take a few things in consideration. Or at least this is how I do the analysis. Location. How much time I spend on the road to get to the gym. If you have free time on a regular basis, then location might not be the most important aspect for you. But if you have a family and work long hours, then a gym that's close to your workplace or home would be a good choice. How much time do you think I do from this gym to where I live? 3 minutes by car. That's it. Another thing to consider is the available parking space. When I started doing CrossFit in another city, different gym, the parking was a real issue. Because the fact that I drove around 40 minutes to go get to the gym because of heavy traffic, when I arrived, I had no parking space and sometimes I needed to just leave the car somewhere in the middle of the street with other parked cars there. Guess what? I also rode my bicycle to the gym, but going through heavy traffic, also with the traffic exhaust in my nose, not pleasant at all. I also took the metro, but to get to the metro I had to walk for 15 minutes, then the metro would take around 20-25 minutes, then walk again. Also in winter this was a pleasure, not. In total about an hour, one way only. So for me, the parking space comes in number 2 in the list. Then, operating hours and type of classes. Usually these kind of gyms have classes in the morning and during the afternoon. Some of them have classes also late in the morning and noon. So look for the hours which you are interested in. Besides CrossFit and personal training, of course, some of these gyms also offer specialty classes, such as weightlifting, gymnastics, calisthenics, recovery, nutrition seminars, preparation for different sporting events, or functional fitness for kids. You could also look for those if you're into these elements. To be an all-around athlete, I always thought to participate in these specialty classes. Also, it is very important that the regular class has a maximum of X number of athletes in the same hour, depending on the space and number of coaches. If there are beginners or medium athletes in the class, it is best that the class would not exceed 12 athletes per coach, so the attention of the coach can be focused at its best. If there are more than 12 athletes in the same class, this can be done as an exception if the other athletes are experienced and they only come for the class feeling, or if there are 2 coaches present. Now, another aspect from top 3 to consider for me is the open gym hours and area. Open gym means that you can go whenever you want in between those open gym operating hours, of course, and do whatever you want. If you have available space. For example, some gyms have the open gym in the same time with the regular classes in the same space. This is how it was in the previous gym I was training in when I started the functional fitness. Not that comfortable overall, both for class athletes and also for people from the open gym. It's somehow separate, but within the same space. Some gyms don't have an open gym at decent hours. I saw a gym that has this open gym only available from 11 a.m. Maybe this is okay for some athletes, not for me. So, if that gym has decent operating hours and a separate area in which you could train individually, this would be the best case scenario. For me, this gym here has a separate space for open gym, while the classes happen in the same time in a different area. That one over there is the first gym with the classes, and this area here is the second gym where I train. In the mornings there are a few personal trainings happening, or in some days jiu-jitsu classes, but on a regular basis in this open gym space I'm training by myself. Usually this area here in the afternoons it's full of specialty classes. However, in the mornings I'm almost by myself. It's almost empty. Bonus points for me because I can film now without bothering anyone. Another factor which may be important when you choose a gym is the equipment. Even though in these kinds of gyms you don't need special equipment, there are a few ones worth mentioning. Ski ergs, eco bikes, GHDs, how big is the rig maybe. Overall, all of them have barbells and plates and dumbbells and kettlebells, and this is what you need. That's it. I kept the most important aspects of considering a gym in the end. So even if all of the previous things that I mentioned will be checked, like parking, available space, open gym, etc., these are the most important for me. First, the community. Especially if you are in the beginning of your sport journey. You definitely need a great community which will support you along the way. Usually, all of these gyms have great communities, and if you ask members from different gyms about their community, they will say that their one is the best one. And they are right, since they decided to go there for a reason. They like it. We all need to belong to a group, it's in our DNA, and in the sports gyms that we go to, it's no different thing. And then, the second and most important factor, and this is a crucial one, is the coaches. If you only go to open gym, this won't impact you that much. However, if you're looking to be in a training program from the gym, then you'll definitely need good guidance. If you are a beginner, you probably won't see if a coach is okay or not from a technical point of view. So you won't get injured, or if you have some physical issue, to find a replacement exercise or scale the movement just for you. You'll see this in time. However, in the beginning, at least you would need to build some kind of rapport and have a good time in the gym. That hour in which you are doing physical activity also needs to be for relaxation, good time, and why not, funny, while the coaches have a professional approach. So if you have two similar gyms in your area, similar distance from where you live or work, similar amenities, then the coaches and community will be the crucial factors. You could go visit them both, be part of a few classes, then you could decide on which one you'll pick for the long term. Hopefully this video was inspiring. You have now my point of view about this topic, and hopefully I responded to the questions you might ask yourself in finding the best gym for you. If you have other questions, drop a comment below and I will gladly respond. But I won't do too much research. The line between doing research and finding only negative points to not having an active and healthier lifestyle is very thin. I would take the first step, I would just go for it, then the rest will follow. Thank you for watching. If you like the content, share this with your friends, subscribe to my channel if you didn't do it already, and hit the notification button so you won't miss a thing. I create content based on my experience and share it with gratitude and sincerity. See you next time, and until next time, keep on being active.